let's get this started. I think my mic is actually working this time. Okay. I'm waiting for the feedback. Let's get this started. I think my mic is actually working today, unlike yesterday. Okay. Yay, mic is actually working today. Okay, today I am going to be working on a smaller video. Well, not really, it's actually one of my bigger videos, but a smaller part of it. And this isn't even necessarily going to 100% end up in the final video. It's going to be for the reference guide, and also because this is not usually when I record, there might be some background noise, so whatever. But right now, I am just working on the intro for the reference guide, which involves some Neptunia modding. It involves some other little things, and yeah, so there's some stuff I can show on stream, like the actual process of making it. There is some stuff I don't really feel comfortable showing, like just messaging the individual voice actors to see if they're on board. I mean, I can technically add in a nude mod, but that's not what I'm trying to do. It really wouldn't be too difficult, actually. If you want to learn how to mod Neptunia, then I'm pretty much doing the entire thing with this. So, I'll actually put a link to the mod. I'm trying to think where I could get the link from. 1 second. I forgot my portable hard drive. 1 second. 1 second. I need to find my portable hard drive. Nope, that's not it. Let me turn off the light. Your English is fine, don't worry. Here it is, found it. Okay, so I just need to plug this in, and also I should probably get out my other no, I don't need my other portable hard drive. 3 viewers, that's nice. Yesterday I had 5, but yesterday's video was pretty horrible, so there's that. Here we go. Let's unlock the drive. Oop, nope, not the auto run. Okay, and it is officially unlocked. So, no, I need to go to ripping tools, rip, right here, mystery dash, that's it. So, I'll post a link to where you can get the modding tools yourself. Mystery dash Neptunia. Here we go. So, if you guys want to mod the game yourself, then there's a link. If you want to mod the game yourself, here is a link. So this video isn't really meant to be a tutorial. What do I think of 5PB? 5PB is a great but underutilized character. I feel like she would benefit from more scenes in the actual game, especially considering the fact that she is a recurring singing character, and I generally tend to like singing characters in most series. Anyways, so what am I doing right now? So, Vegas. So, there's gonna be spoilers for the actual thing, but I really don't care. Google Docs. So if you guys want to see what the intro of the actual reference guide is going to be, then you could take a look from here. So go to Google Docs, and I feel like this is going to be pretty dated, but the problem is that I wasn't able to make it before for multiple reasons. But either way, here's how it is. Here we go. So it starts off, and this is the intro for episode 5 of the reference guide, which is technically episode 1 of the anime of the reference guide. So anyways, it starts out, and this whole thing is making fun of Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's the whole joke of this thing. It starts out with Neptune narrating. One go in a dimension far, far away. A small YouTuber by the name of Arcraven100 started blah, blah, blah. It really doesn't matter. And it goes to Noir is saying, oh, what in the world are you doing right now? And I pause it. It's going to be like the whole Star Wars style thing. And she says that she's ripping off Star Wars. It's eventually just escalates into them completely ripping off everything and making fun of EA. So what I might have to do though is, because I'm trying to think, so I found a Star Wars generator online, Star Wars intro generator, and I tested it. It works. So let's change galaxy to dimension. Wait, no, it's supposed to be lowercase. Dimension, far, far away. So I already messed with this a bit, and it won't let me do hyperdimension Neptunia the animation, so I'm gonna write Neptunia the animation. This tool is really useful. Okay, so episode 1, and then the subtitle being the reboot. So you can see from the autofill I did mess with this a bit. I didn't really finish it yet though. So this is supposed to be just how this is supposed to be like backstory and everything. So what I'm gonna do is, because I'm trying to think of how I'm going to direct this, because you have to think about what you want to do and how you want to go about doing it before you actually start making something. So it's that I thought yes, Valve is much better than EA, but I thought originally the Star Wars intro was different. Keep in mind, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I don't really like Star Wars. It has nothing to do with Star Wars. I just personally don't like it. But it's that I remembered it being a bit different that would allow for narration. The one thing is, though, that with the style it is now, I don't think it will allow for narration too easily. So for right now, maybe at least as a placeholder, I'll keep with the original idea. So right here, I'm going to copy and paste this, and this is just to get the intro going. So once this is done, then I'm going to bring into Vegas and see how that's doing. So in the meantime, okay, I'm still working on the Soup Store video. So you can see I have a lot of videos I'm working on right now. Anime Guide 1. No, not that actually. Where did I save it to actually? Did I start? I definitely started working on it. Is it this? No, that's not it. I need to go through my stuff. It's definitely not Divide. It's definitely not the Let's Play temp. I pretty much canceled that. Maybe it's under Ripping Tools, Modded. No, I'll just wait. No, I was working on the. What was it? I was working on the Soup Store parody earlier. That's why. Have I heard of the Flintstones and Tom and Jerry? Of course, I've heard of them. The only people who haven't heard of them are like 5-year-olds. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, so I'm starting from scratch essentially, and I have to wait for this to be finished. Is this thing gonna work? Because I need this to actually do it before. Come on. Well, good job. Oh, thank you so much. I hit 1K recently, actually, and I'm planning on doing a 1,000 subscriber special sometime soon. Probably in the next 2 weeks or so. So, I'm going to need the character model. I'm going to need that intro. I can't really picture how I'm going to go about this before I have the intro. Then I'm going to have to put it all together. Now, if I look through the script, because right now I'm coming up with how I'm going to do it on the spot. That's just how you're supposed to make these things. Usually I don't live stream while I come up with how I'm going to do it, but so that makes it a little bit difficult. Actually, let me compile all the assets first. So it starts out with the intro. So it goes through the intro long ago, blah blah blah, and then right at the end it does a pause. So that's when maybe the character models would pop up on screen. So Noir pops in, what are you doing? And Neptune pops up, I'm letting the viewers know, blah, 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 blah. And then Noir says, so it continues on. I think I got how to do it. Which Neptunia game am I going to mod? I'm going to be modding Rebirth 1 since I need to re-obtain the text box. I was trying to do it earlier today, but I was having some difficulty. Let me just finish what I was doing with this, and then I'll show you the difficulties. Is this done at least? No, still not done. Okay. Oh, I think I know how I'm going to do this. Okay, I got a good idea. So, now that I know how I want to do this, I could show you guys the difficulties I'm running into. So, first, let's go to Steam. And this is pretty much going to be a full guide on, well, it's not the official guide. I might do an official modding guide at some point when I get the chance. I'm still learning a lot about how to mod this game properly. But if you want to mod Neptunia, then I already posted a link above, so that way you could do it, and it'll essentially teach you how to do it. So, first I have to open up Steam, and you know something? Let me show you guys how to do the Thunder, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. Where is it? Here. How to mod this into the game to make the thing very literal. So, you guys want to do that? I'll actually post it on Twitter in case you guys actually want to add that into the game. So, should you guys want to mod this into the game, I will teach you guys how right now while I wait on a couple stuff and do a couple other stuff. Okay. Here. Okay, do I like Neptune or Nepgear more? I'm actually not sure. I love how Neptune always breaks the fourth wall, but I also love how absolutely useless Nepgear is. And also I love how in Rebirth 3 they just gave her a bunch of completely random useless abilities. That along with Plutia made the game amazing. Anyway, so I was doing some basic modding earlier today. Now how it works is that if you go to the game folders, so go to whichever game you want, and it works for most of the games. So let's say Rebirth 1, you right click properties and you do browse local files. I already have an instance of that open right here. So it will bring you to this directory or the equivalent for whatever other game that you're going to be doing. So after that, depends on the game really. So with Rebirth 1 it's under data, but you want to find a folder with a bunch of things like this. Now normally these two files will not be here. The reason they're there is because I was doing some basic modding earlier today and I was trying to get something done, but it broke. Anyways, so what you want to do is first keep a backup of the original. I can't tell you how important this is because if you do not keep a backup of the original, it will cause you some problems. Now, after you download the actual thing, so let me navigate to it. One man cast says I like Nepgear because I did not like Rebirth 2. I actually feel it was the weakest out of the Neptunia trilogy. It's mainly because, really, like, whenever I'm playing a trilogy, I noticed this happened with both Mass Effect 3 and Hyperdimension Neptunia. I always just want to rush through. Like, I take my time with the first game, and what am I doing? 1 second, I'm gonna figure out what I was doing. I'm going from here, the ripping tools, yeah, here. So Mass Effect 3, I was playing through it. Originally, this was like 5 years ago. I love the original trilogy, and Andromeda is the worst game I've ever played. But I was playing through the original trilogy, and essentially, like, I loved the first game. I was playing through it. I downloaded a few mods and modded it a bit so that way I can make it more tolerable. And then when it came to Mass Effect 2, I just rushed through it, just ignoring half the things, just because I wanted to get to 3 already. And I did enjoy 3 a lot, but then looking back retrospectively, I just missed out on what made 2 so amazing. Quick one-man cast asks, quick technical question about Blue Snowball. The manufacturer suggests that you're missing a driver. If you're missing a driver, then what you want to do is you want to uninstall the driver and reinstall it. By default, whenever you plug something into Windows, whether it be a USB or just about anything really, it will automatically install that program's drivers. Windows knows exactly how to do it. Now what could happen is sometimes, because of various reasons, the drivers could get corrupted, and that's likely what happened in your case. So the best way to fix that is that all you have to do is you uninstall the driver, plug it back in, restart it before you plug it back in, then plug it back in. If that doesn't work, install the drivers manually, and if that doesn't work, then try on a different computer. So, or you could also just try a different USB port, by the way. That sometimes can also work. Back on topic though. Do I like cereal? Not really. I normally don't have time to eat breakfast in the morning. It's part of being a college student. Anyway, so once you get to the thing, let's assume that this isn't here. Actually, let me make a separate folder just so that way we could ignore that properly. Let's put the modded one over here, and let's get rid of the word original. So normally, if you boot up the thing, minus the new folder right here, you will see everything right here if you look in the Rebirth 1 folder. If you look in some of the other folders, you'll find different file systems. So for right here, for Neptunia Action U, oh, that's not downloaded. Okay, if you look at Hyper Devotion, so you see that the initial place that brings you is different, but it's still under data, and there is... Actually, this is pretty weird. This is a bit weirder. I'm gonna have to go through this manually because it looks like they had a different format for how they did that. Pop-Tarts is a college student's best friend. No, I can't eat Pop-Tarts because they're not kosher. You don't know which driver to uninstall and which one to pick. If you want, just private message me on Discord and I'll walk you through that after the stream maybe. Depends on how much time really I have, but I'll do my best to help you if you're having some issues. So right now, essentially, as you saw, it's different with some of the games, so you have to find which ones you're looking for. But no matter what, you're always looking for the .pack files. Now, this mod was made by someone, off the top of my head, I don't remember what exactly his name was. I have spoken to him in the past via both email and other things. So he seems like a really nice guy, and he made the program so that way it could help others. You don't have to be sorry about anything. One man cast sorry in chat. I'm assuming that he's referring to. Yeah, just PM me after. It's no problem. I'll help you after. Anyway, so what you do is you take this, and it's literally as simple as you drag it over to the program right here called the multi-extractor. Now, when you download the program from the link I posted above, then you will have a couple downloads. You're gonna want to extract this one. I'm not sure exactly what's in the thing, because I downloaded it from a different link, but that's essentially where you can get the most recent version of it. Now, all you really need is the multi-extractor, the pack editor, the tide maker, and the CL3 editor, and that's depending on the game. So for most games, being the vast majority of the games other than V2, all you need is the multi-extractor, pack editor, and tide maker. Now how it works is that you first extract the game with the multi-extractor. So you do that by taking any .pack folder, so right here, the game 0000, you click it, you drag it right onto it, and it opens it within, and this pops up and it processes. It takes a few minutes. If you have a powerful CPU, then it will take even shorter. If you have a weak CPU, then it will take a bit longer. That's just how it works, and it will go through it and whatever. So if you click over here, it's not done yet, so it doesn't have everything, but you can see that it's extracting everything, and that should take roughly a few minutes. That's just how that works. And you really want to do that for everything. You could drag them all at once. It's not a problem. So watch, if I do this, then it will open all of them. Thing is, I don't really want to do it for all of them since I have that already for everything there. So I'm just going to delete those because I don't really need them. Now from there, what's going to happen is that you have them properly extracted, which is very easy. And then let me go to a new window. This is just how I work. Ripping tools, original rebirth 1. So also again, make a backup of everything just in case. So this is my backup folder of all the originals. And once you extract them, it will appear like this. Now when you open the individual folders, some of them are properly labeled in ways that you could understand what's actually in them. For example, shop is really just shop items. Now some of these things you could actually open further. So anything that's a .tid you could actually extract like that. And you can see right here I could open it and reveal what it is. Now if I want to mod this, it's literally as simple as opening it with a photo editor. So I'm going to use paint.net because it's lightweight, unlike Photoshop, and also it's pretty fast. So you add whatever mods you want to it. Let's say I delete this. I'm not going to apply this mod, I'm just giving an example, not even going to save it. Let's say you save it, you delete the original, so the .tid you delete it, bring over the modded version to the TID maker, right there, conversion done. And all you do from there, so now you have this is the modded file, and what you do is you go to the pack editor. So the pack editor is the program, because what it has to do is first, this is how you mod the game. Do I dislike Caillou and Dora the Explorer? I don't really have an opinion on those. I watched them when I was a kid, but I don't really think about them too much, to be honest. I'm focused on other things. So essentially what you're doing is, and this is how the modding works. So the game reads these files. The engine knows how to properly read them, how to set them up and everything like that. And from there, all you need to do is replace the files in the actual .packs, and it will read whatever you put in there instead of what was originally there. Meaning it doesn't care what's there, as long as it has the same name as what was there originally, then it will automatically read it as if it was the original asset. So that means if I modify an asset and put it back into the pack folder right here, then it won't care. Usually, I say usually because there are some glitches, usually it won't care that you modified it. So right here, let's say if I were to want to mod that. So all I have to do is I go to the data folder, game 000, it has to be the same one. You drag it to over here where it shows all the individual things in the folder. Then this, by the way, has to be in the same folder as it was originally. I can't just take this, put it over here, and then put it in. Watch, if I do that, then it isn't present, as you can see. But if I put it back in, and now I could find it if I look through it, there. And it will highlight in red to show that it's there. Now all you have to do from there is save, and you give it a name. So I'm not going to save over it because I don't want to, it's going to mess some stuff up. But you save it, then it takes a minute or two depending on your CPU, and it's going to freeze. The program will freeze, that's normal, that's just how that works. Modding V2 is a bit trickier, so I'm not going to get into that right now because that's not the point of this video. Let me check if that Star Wars thing is done. Seriously, this thing is still not done. Okay, let's try that again. No. Okay, I am redoing all that because it just does not want to work. Okay, can I request a thing to download? No, so I have to press that first. Wow, I have 8 live viewers. That's nice. Okay, so for anyone new that's on stream, essentially I just went over how to actually mod Neptunia. So if you want to see how to do that, then check earlier in the stream. Right now I'm just waiting on this because this has to do with what I'm trying to make, because this is the script for the actual video. And I need to make a custom generator, and then from there I'm going to mod the game to get a new version of the text box. And I'm going to use GameMaker 2 to make the text scroll, and then I'm going to go into Live 2D. And with Live 2D I have to at least get some basic models working, so that way I can send them off to the voice actresses, just so that way they know how the final product will look and they have a better idea of how to actually do it. Oh yeah, I said I would teach you guys how to mod this into the game, so I'll do that in a minute. And that's the basic idea. I'm not doing all that on this stream, and just saying the overall process of what I'm doing. So let's say I want to mod that into the video. So first I have to actually find it. So should be right here under temp. Now this is a mod that I did a while back. It's actually on my channel, and essentially it's really simple. So first all I have to do is go into the data folder for Neptunia. So let me go into my backups for it. Actually, it can get pretty confusing if you don't have a good way of organizing everything. So it should be mod original, old. Oh yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna do the new one because reasons. It's complicated. I don't want to get into it. So now I have to find the vert model. Okay, so I know 11 is Neptune, 21 is a dull Neptune, 22 is also a dull Neptune, 91, no, 91's Noir, 94 is Noir. If I had to guess, probably 41, no. 33, yeah, that makes sense. So all I have to do is take text.all.tid and put it into the multi-extractor. Perfect, I was right. The one problem, wait, no, that's standard vert, so I don't want to mod standard vert, I want to mod HDD vert. Perfect. So here is how simple it is. All I do, open with paint.net. You don't want to use standard paint because it's a PNG, and if you use PNG in standard paint, then it'll mess some stuff up, so you don't want to do that. So here is the original asset right there, and here's the modded one I made a while back, and it's literally as simple as copy and paste. Now what I will do actually is I'll put in a new layer, so that way I could make sure it lines up perfectly. And and all I have to do from there is delete the original, merge down, and that's it. It's literally that simple to mod it. So I save it, exit out, and what I am going to do is, oh no, didn't want to delete that. I want to delete the .tid, so that way I can make a modified one. So the TID maker conversion done, and from here it's literally as simple as opening the pack editor. I want to find game 00. Actually, let me put it in front of a green screen. So let me rename this. As long as you rename it to something, it will ignore it. So as long as I put the word original right there, it will ignore, and it doesn't matter that's in the folder. So this is modded 1. Good. Right here, text all. And I want to save that over the test one right here, and I do want to replace it. So it's warning me that there's a chance that it could freeze, which it will, and it does, and that's normal. As you can see, not responding, that's 100% normal. And in a minute, it's going to pop up with a thing saying complete. You good? Let me check on that Star Wars thing in the meantime. Of course it's not done. The site is trash. I mean, I got it to somewhat work before, but I don't know why it's not working right now. Done. Perfect. So there are a lot of little things you have to worry about when modding, really just small things, but those small things could have you be troubleshooting for hours. So I'll cover them in a dedicated video, but if you're having specific issues, just message me or just comment and I'll help you with them, no problem. So now that means it should be modded. Now from here, I want to X this out because otherwise it won't let me do anything. Let me go to, nope, not that folder. Here, modded rebirth 1. This is the test asset right here. And I want to paste that into the thing. Now also I'm going to move these and all I have to do is rename it to the proper name of game 00000 and launch the game. Family Guy is horrible now. I don't get the appeal of it. So yeah, if you guys have any questions in the meantime, just let me know, whether it be about this or just questions in general.
Game here in this each reside.
Modify this first instance of it because this is
CPU Blackheart,
not actually a
CPU Whiteheart, and her land of white surround. CPU Greenheart, and her land of.
Because again, that's part of the background.
C.
Not the individual character model. Over here, and application has crashed. Great. So, it crashed right before cutscene. What that means is something went wrong. Now, I used the modded one. I'm thinking because I have modded character models in the past, no problem, but right now it's not letting me, which is weird. Because I tried modding Neptune before and it didn't let me. That leads me to the conclusion that maybe it's because I also modded the backgrounds. So what I'll do in that case is, and I just realized this now, so what I'll do is that instead of modding it like this, and this is what I mean by there's a lot of little things that you need to learn with the modding like this. So, data. So let me mod the original in that case. That way the only thing being changed is Vert's chest. Here at the TID, let's paste over that. Doesn't matter if I paste over something, the only thing that matters is what the origin file is. Could it be actually, I'm wondering, I don't fully understand how the modding process works, but I have a couple theories. I did a lot of tests over the months, so I have a good idea of how everything works in general. But there's a bunch of things I'm still not 100% sure on, which is why I still run into issues every now and then. This is why I originally gave up on it a few months ago, because I was having a bunch of issues. So you can see it's done. So now let me copy and paste this. So this one right here should be just the original thing, with the only thing being changed being the chest. That should be the only mod. Because otherwise, the other thing that I was doing is that I modified the backgrounds, all the backgrounds in the thing, to also be green screens. Meaning there was two mods here, so two separate variables. So right now I'm trying to make there's only one variable that could be affected. Now the game wouldn't boot up, I believe, if the entire game folder right here was corrupted. It tried to launch a cutscene before, meaning that as soon as it tried to launch it, something went wrong with actually loading the cutscene. Now I know for a fact that it's not the background by itself, and I don't think it's the model by itself. It's probably them together. In the later season of Family Guy, they made Peter and Lois abusive, Brian a jerk and a liberal snob, and Chris more annoying. Stewie and Meg. I don't like Meg. Stewie I kind of like, but I don't really like Stewie. I don't know. I'm just not really into the shows. I watch a lot of anime. I watch a lot of other random shows, but not really Family Guy. So let's see if it's gonna crash this time. So it should load the cutscene properly this time. Bingo.
You're all so nonsense.
That's my line.
How much longer do we have to put up with this pointless fighting?
Right there absolutely worked.
Well then, do us a favor and just die!
My, such raucous manners. I have matters of destiny to fulfill, unlike you.
Shut it! I can't stand the way you talk all high and mighty, Thunder Tits.
Literally. Okay, anyways, now that you guys know how to actually mod that, so that satisfies your curiosity. Let's see if this is done, and of course it's not, because it's a broken piece of garbage. Okay, so now that I know what the problem is, now I can figure out how to troubleshoot it. So let's delete the original modded thing. And right now, what I want to do is I just want to make Neptune into a green screen. Meaning I want to mod it so that way Neptune is a green screen. The reason why will become apparent later on if I could get it to work. So first I need to go to here, and it should be 11. Bingo. So I already did that on the train earlier. I don't remember which one is which. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, so text 1 is that. Perfect. So this is the right thing. That's good. Now, let's open up the pack editor. And I'm going to navigate to the original game file. And put it here. And then take this right here, drag it in, save it over this, replace it, and my hope is that all this is going to do is turn Neptune into a green screen. That's all I want to do right now. It's because I'm trying to make it that there's as few variables as possible so that way I can narrow down why it was crashing before. Because before when I was doing this, it was crashing. Now, if you want to do a lot of modding with Neptunia, you're going to have to do a lot of little things like this just to figure out what exactly is going on. Okay, modded here. I'm just navigating back to where it's supposed to be. Okay, here. new folder, and let's cut this, paste it, and rename it. And that should be it. Now I want to X this out just so that way there's no variables. And rebirth 1. And my hope is, again, all this does is turn Neptune into all I want to do. So let's see if this works. I already have a save point that I want to work with right here.
Hello? Is Lady Whiteheart around?
Funny. That's actually a pretty interesting result. I was not expecting it like that. That actually explains a lot, though. Wow. Oh my god. That's legitimately interesting. Because what that means is that the models have a skeletal structure and an outline. And it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. It's how the engine works. But what that means is if you look over here, you can see how the engine is actually handling the mod. Because it has an actually so cool. That is legitimately actually cool. I'm taking a screenshot of that because that is legitimately cool. Oh my god, this is pretty cool.
My, what do you mean? If this now that
Come on, give me more of Neptune in there. There.
Famous as messengers of Momus,
Yeah,
that
so
is.
it's not an issue with how I edited it. This is how the engine actually handles this. And I know that because you can see the slight idle motion and how it's actually moving it. It wouldn't be handled like that otherwise.
Everyone.
So they're all don't look well.
Looks dead.
mine.
I said it before, but there are other parts of you that give you away.
Oh my god, so that's what that part is. That makes a lot more sense now. So the mouth is in 2 pieces. That's why I can never get the lip sync to properly function. Oh my god. That explains so much, it's not even funny.
It's not a good idea, but we got a wall of people blocking the exit.
This
Well
actually
then, I
explains
suppose we should
so
force
much
our way
about
out.
how the models work. So this is really just, I need to like study this. By studies I mean like
Iffy,
just take a
don't
few
worry
minutes
about
to
me.
figure out
I'll
how
cover your-
the game handles. I never thought about doing like this. That's legitimately pretty cool. But either way, with that done, with that figured out, now what I want to do... Wait, I shouldn't have exited. Because now I have to figure out which exact background I want to mod. Because my goal right now is to rip a perfect rip of the text box. Because up until this point, I've been working with a good text box, but not a perfect one. The reason is because I ripped it in improper and really dumb ways. I essentially photoshopped it rather than ripping it directly, which caused some issues. Now I can rip it directly from the game assets, however, that would have its own small issues that I don't really want to do. But I just do it like this. It's more sense in my opinion just to rip it like this.
Hello? Is Lady Whiteheart
This is the
around?
background. So I need to keep it on that, and let me make sure I can find that exact background. So, event, background, and first I need to unpack every single one of these. That should only take a few minutes. Oh, I accidentally put in the pack editor instead of the multi-extractor. So you can see it takes a few minutes to extract everything. it should be done in a second. Extraction done. So now I have to find this So I need to make sure it's the exact one, because sometimes there's slight variations of them. This looks like it. I can't be 100% sure. I just want to make sure there's not the same one again, because sometimes there's variants of them. So you can see right here, for example, there's two variants of them with slight differences. That's what I'm looking for. Here. So this one's definitely not it. I'm going to continue looking just in case. I know that it's number 8. You can see right here that they're part of the background, as I mentioned. This is supposed to be the movie, but it extracted as a PNG instead of a movie. So it should be number 8. Good. Now what I want to do is I'm going to open it with paint.net. Zoom out, delete, and I have a preset green screen color I want to use, which is this color right here. Oop, nope. Here. There. Save over it. Now this is either going to crash the game and make me have to troubleshoot this for 3 hours, or it will hopefully just work the first time. So first, let me delete the original 8. Now drag and drop into the TID maker. And now the pack editor, which I have to get the modded version. So now I want to use this one because of the fact that I'm trying to get the modded version. Let me just do it directly. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to troubleshoot everything anyways. And I want to put in number 8. If this doesn't work, I actually might have an idea of what might be causing it, but I'm not 100% sure. To put in number 8. If this doesn't work, I actually this thing is taking forever. And did it work? Okay, it says done. So let's go over here to number 0. Go back to the data folder. Okay, here. And hopefully this should work, because if this works, it'll make my job a whole lot easier. If it doesn't, it's going to cause me a lot of problems. Again, I think I might have an idea of what might be happening if this doesn't work, but I'd still have to do a lot of testing to figure that out. Sign. Application has crashed. You gotta be kidding me. Trying to think. This is getting really annoying because I need both of those to work. That's the problem. I need both of them to work, not just one. So this one's the character model. The other one's the background. Let me try the background by itself in that case, because it could be just an issue with the background. So this is the original, no edits other than just the background. And this thing still isn't done. There we go. Now let's see if it causes me any issues. If it causes me issues, I have a couple theories. If it doesn't cause me issues, I have a bunch more theories. Copy. Paste. I wish it would just work instead of me having to jump through hoops, but of course it just has to not work. Let's try this time. My hope is it's not going to crash this time. Because if it crashes this time, then I have a big problem.
Hello? Is Lady Whiteheart around?
Crash this time. But what's happening is that apparently I have both of them locked together. Should I just do this in person? I'm thinking that it should be possible. Faster option, because by this point let me just get it done and figure out the intricacies later on. So in order to do that, I need to relaunch it. I'm gonna have to do some Photoshop trickery, but it should be possible. Also, I need to reset my monitor's resolution so that way it does everything right. I need Bandicam. Actually, would Snippy tool be on?
Hello? Is Lady Whiteheart around?
Where is it? Where's snipping tool? Here. Look at that derpy face. Okay, let's save that into the temp folder, because right now, since it's giving me issues, I have to figure out how I'm going to do this. Okay, so now I need to open up Photoshop. This is gonna be annoying, to be honest, but it will come out looking better than the at least not necessarily better, just more accurate.
My,
By the way, do you guys want me doing streams like this more often? Because I'm not sure if you guys do. Usually what I do is I stream it and then I unlist the video. But if you guys want me to either keep the videos up or, I don't know, just let me know, I guess. Okay, it should be under, where is it? You know what? Let me bring it into here because I have a preset for getting rid of the green screen in here, rather than having to figure it out. It should be under temp right here. Okay, let's apply the green screen. I know I'm photo editing in a video editing software, which is moronic, but whatever. This is just faster for me. So here, chroma here. So first, I want a piece of junk. Default color. What's the color? Let me check the template. Template 2.1.1. Sony Vegas. README. No, it's not there. Positioning info. Okay. 121.1 low threshold 0.5, high threshold 1. So 120 comma 1.0 comma 1 there. Low threshold is 0.5 and high threshold is that. What the? Where is the preview? Why is the media offline? What is going on here? In that case, let me reset that. Tool, no, view, window, video preview. It's not even playing. What's going on here? Okay, let me reset in that case if that's going on. Sounds nice. What sounds nice? Okay, now that's working. Nope, I don't need track motion. Okay, where is it? I don't need the new blue stuff. Where is it? Here. It's under Vegas. Oh, I have to press OK. Okay, it's 120, comma 1, comma 1. With the low threshold being 0.5. And I'm going to preview that just to make sure it's right. And it looks like a good preview. Bingo. Now the one thing is it going to keep the transparency? If it does, then good. If not, then I'm gonna have to redo in Photoshop, which meant it's a big waste of time. So it's saved under videos. It looks like it kept the transparency, so let's bring into Photoshop and let's see. Libraries, videos. Great. Wait, no, is that how it's supposed to be? Let's add in something in the background just to see. I need an image here. Here. Copy, paste. Is that how it's supposed to look? Maybe. I'm not. It doesn't look right, but at the same time, it doesn't look wrong either. I could understand how it might work like that. There's a slight gradient effect. Let me put it behind an actual background, see the difference. Neptunia assets, rebirth 1, background is here. Yes, that's definitely not right. In that case, I have to do that entire thing over in Photoshop now because I am a moron. Okay, so let's go back. I saved it under this, I think. Here. Now the one thing is, I'm not 100% sure how I do it in Photoshop. That's why I didn't want to do it in here. Adjustments. Color balance, maybe? No, definitely not color balance. Definitely under adjustments. Levels, maybe? No, levels is for black and white. Adjustments. Replace color. Wait, no, that's not a gradient effect. That's let me just look it up. Photoshop green screen. So I'm watching a video from this guy.
Remove green screen back to learn how to remove green screen and place subject in a new background.
Just show me how to do it already. Color range.
Use the eyedropper tool.
I think I got it. What is going on here? Color range. Why will it not let me do that? Sample color. So you can still see the green in that. That's not how a green screen works. You gotta be kidding me, that guy. Okay, you know what? How about this? Let me try it in Vegas, because I'm used to the green screen effects in Vegas. So because of that, let me just do it here. Here, I don't care. I know this is not supposed to be it, but whatever. This will give me a good preview at least. That's all that really matters. Okay, let me lock the x-axis. Which it looks good in this. I don't know what's wrong. Let me adjust the... There we go, actually. That was actually it. I messed up with the load threshold. I'm a moron. Okay. Let me delete that. That looks good, actually. That's probably how it's supposed to look. I really am a moron if that's what the issue was. Okay, let's bring it back into Photoshop. And libraries, videos. Here. Why does it look wrong again? This is really getting on my nerves. What would happen if I did it as a JPEG, actually? I'm just curious to see what would happen. It looks good, actually. Let's see this. Let me... Oh my gosh, so annoying. Why does it always do that? Cut. Why does it always do that also? Paste. Here. Let's start out with this. Let me see something. Where is it? Because I'm wondering if there's a small gradient that I'm not noticing here. There is a gradient, but it appears to be a downwards gradient. Yeah, it's a downwards gradient, meaning it's not an issue. If it was a sideways, if it was sideways, it would be a small issue. But because it's downwards, not. Now the thing is the same gradient applied throughout. So let's say if I click here, 16, 16. Let me try and keep it. Okay, it appears the same color throughout, which is good. That's what I want. Now from there, oh my god, selecting text like that brings me back to old times. Okay. Wondering how I'm gonna do this. The ultimate goal is to get the text box as right as I can. I think to do that, all I really have to do, because it's a sideways it's a vertical gradient, it's not a horizontal gradient, which is what I want. So because I don't really need to worry about the horizontal gradient, what I could do actually is this. yeah, this will actually work pretty good. Now let's do a free transform. And essentially I just want to get it to the end. And that's good. Now I'm gonna have to apply the thing manually. Great, that's gonna cause some issues, but I'll worry about that after. There's no way I'm finishing this tonight, by the way. Okay, here. Okay, yeah, it looks like there's no horizontal gradient. That's very good. Perfect. That's going good. Now the last step is right over here. Wait, oh, wrong thing. What the? Here. And that appears to be perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now the issue comes down to how I'm gonna apply the gradient, not the gradient, the transparency. So because I got that, I can delete Neptune right there, which is good. Good, that's pixel perfect. Ah, come on. And let me get the whole bottom area because I don't need the sides right there. Oh my god, this thing is... Why is every single program I use half broken? Does no one know how to make a decent program? Seriously, does nobody know how to code? I'm not good at coding, but is everyone just somehow even worse than me at coding? There. That's gone. Make the brush bigger. And there, modified text box. So I'm also not done yet, by the way, because this is just for Neptune. Now luckily I can make it mostly modular from here. All I need is the name area. The one thing is I also have to figure out how to do the gradient, which is going to be a pain. I'm thinking of saving that till tomorrow. This is going to be a long-term type project. At least I got this far. I'm not going to save it as a PNG yet. I'm going to save it just to save it as... Let's save it as temp. New rebirth 1 text box. Okay, so with that, I think I'm done with Photoshop for the night at least. It's already 11 o'clock. I could end the stream now. Let me see if the Star Wars thing is done. If this is done, then that's one thing. So I'm getting kind of tired, that's why. Does this thing want to work or no? Seriously, what is wrong with this? Oh my god, I just want to get this dumb thing to work. Let's try it with, I don't know. Here, with no changes. Let's see how long that takes. And it still barely work. Wait, what? What? Okay, let me try something. Let me change one thing. Dimension. So that's the only thing I'm changing right now. Play back. Download. Yeah, I'm not donating $10 or waiting a year for that to happen. Edit. Yeah, here's just a different one. Here. Am I able to change the beginning? Whatever, if I get this much to work, fine. Here. Let me just get something to work. It saved. Yes, it didn't save. Of course it didn't. There. Let's see it now. Very Did it seriously mess that up? Oh my god. Okay, let's see it now. I just want to get a basic just something to work with. Okay, so at least I know where I could do that. Now let's see if it'll let me download it. I think it's trying to send a link, so I'm gonna have to screen cap that. At least I know the site I could do this on. And everything else that this doesn't let me do, I could screen cap later on. It's that there's lots of little things I need to prepare before I screen cap that. Simply because of the fact that I need to prepare what I'm gonna have it do. I'm gonna need to prepare some of the models still. I'm gonna need to do a lot of small preparation work before I could actually have that done. Essentially, what did I get done today, though? I figured out that the Neptunia modding is still broken. I probably entertained 2 of you. I got part of the new version of the text box somewhat up and running. And I found a new site to do that Star Wars thing from because of the fact that this other one was broken. So, other than that, I think I'm satisfied with what I've done today because it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm getting kind of tired. Plus, I didn't really finish dinner yet. So, I think I'm going to end the stream here. If you guys are coming late to the stream, earlier in the stream I demonstrated how to actually mod Neptunia. So, if you're interested in that, then just check earlier in the stream. This stream will be up for around 2 days or so. I'm going to unlist it afterwards. So, let's say you want to watch it afterwards, even after I take it down. Just like the video. So, if it's unlisted, as long as you have a link to it, meaning if it's in your like pages or just in any playlist or anything like that, you'll still be able to view it. It's not private, it's just unlisted. So, it's just not public on my channel. But if you have a link, you can still watch it. That's just how that works. Reason I do that with my videos is just to keep everything nice and clean, so that way my subscribers know, hey, you know something, these are my important videos and these are my live streams that really don't matter as much, because like while the live streams generally are okay, I try to make it that people know exactly what they are supposed to watch. Really, hey, it says I'm live now, so yeah. But yeah, before anything, let me just go through my channel, because why not? I actually am already at 1,025 subscribers, which is actually really good, because I think it's been like half a month or so since I hit 1,000. So the fact that I'm already a quarter of the way to 1,100 is actually really impressive in my opinion. It's showing that my channel is actually starting to pick up some traction, which I'm really happy about. So let's say if you as a new visitor, I'm just trying to show why I don't show my live streams. Because believe it or not, even though if you go through my channel as not me, this is how many pages of videos there are. Doesn't really look like a lot of videos, but in reality, I think I have well over 500 videos on my channel. Just most of them are private or unlisted for personal reasons. So, like, some of them are private because they just have nothing to do with what I currently upload. Some of them are private because they are just cringy. I have 521 videos, and keep in mind that a while back I went on a whole deleting spree, and I deleted like 30-40 videos minimum. So, yeah, if you guys want to see a specific video that's down and you guys happen to know it, like, let's say I unlisted it and you remember it, as long as it's not the staring contest video or the unreleased video that I will never release from back when I first started my channel, then I'll pretty much send you guys a link to anything you guys want. But other than that, make sure to obviously subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed to my channel. The Why is Vert a Horrible Character video is almost done. I just need to record everything else and do some minor editing work, so I'm going to hopefully get that done this week. The reference guide episode 1 of the anime this really was just me just working on it for a couple hours. I was working on it earlier today. That's still a decent amount of time out. Twin Tail review is on hold until I can get my main PC fixed, which I'm trying to get it fixed as soon as possible. And the last video, there was like one more video I'm working. Oh yeah, the surprise video should actually be done this week. I'm not entirely sure. One thing I might do with the Vert video, I might go back and just change some of the lines. Maybe I'll do some bit more editing because I want to make it a bit better than it was. Because what I showed with the preview was really the highlight of it. That was really like the best part of the actual video. There wasn't really much better to it. So I really want to go back, and because it was such a highlight reel, that's why I put so much effort into it, even though it's a preview. But what I'm thinking is maybe I'll go back, I'll edit the lines a bit, just so that I can make it a bit more interesting, rather than just that one aspect being the best part of the video. But anyways, I think that's about it. Also, by the way, if you guys want, I want to do this. I don't know when I should do this, though. I want to make some Sword Art Online videos. Reason being because I'm so hyped for Season 3, and I just finished Alicization Part 3, and oh my god, this thing is... Alyssa, you guys know how they say that Bleach doesn't get good until Season 3? Well, I love Sword Art Online since Season 1, but they're essentially going to probably say the same thing about Sword Art Online, assuming they adapt the actual thing properly. Now, keep in mind, and I'm not going to put out any spoilers, but keep in mind this is going to be incredibly hard for them to adapt. But if they adapt this light novel properly, it's going to be really, really good. So, if you guys are fans of Sword Art Online, you should be hyped for this. I'm so hyped for Season 3. Like, Sword Art Online is my second favorite show of all time. By far, no questions asked. With the only show topping it being Aura Twin Tail, simply because of how absolutely ridiculously campy and dumb it is. But yeah, if you guys want, I'll do some dedicated videos on Sword Art Online explaining the plotline of his Alicization and a couple theories I have and stuff like that. So let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do that. Otherwise, if you guys have any videos you want me to do other than that, so just any video suggestions, anything like that, I always take suggestions. And if you guys need a guide on anything, whether it be modding or just a tutorial or just some issues you're having with your computer, even with just your computer, even just some editing advice for editing videos, just let me know and I'll help you guys. So anyways, I think that's going to end it. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe if you are not, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Also, comment if you guys want me to do some more of these. So anyways, that's it.